Paul, 100 up potentially for Peter Anthony this weekend. Can you sum up that achievement?
Yeah, if he's selected, it'll be 100. Listen, it's brilliant. I mean, I suppose I've known him since he's 18, since he came into the academy, and he always was. He was always a leader. You know, he always wanted to, I suppose, figure things out, and then once he figured them out, he was able to speak well and lead well, and I suppose set an example, and you know, I think he's had a great last few years in his career. I think in terms of, I think he's fit. I think he understands the game more than ever, and that allows him to play really well and be aligned with what the coaches want and what's best for the team that he plays in. You know, he communicates really well with the group. He sets a lovely tone. You know, we've guys that communicate in different ways and speak in different ways. He has a certain way of setting the tone. You know, there's never any BS about it, but it's always straight and to the point. And from that point of view, he's been great for us. So, you know, he had a period there a while back where he was on the bench, and he was excellent on the bench for us as well. You know, he prepared the starting group really well. He prepared the subs really well, you know, despite being a starter for so long. And I think that period was good for him. And since he's gotten back into the team, he hasn't let go. So, you know, I'm delighted. I suppose as a Munster man, I'm delighted to see him getting 100 caps if he can get there at the weekend. So, brilliant achievement, and it's full credit to him.
How have you been working through the line-out stuff for the last few weeks?
We haven't done a lot different, really. You know, we just, you know, against South Africa, it was a tough start. They were good defensively. We were probably poor on our behalf and on the drill, and you know, they managed to sneak an extra man in for one of the lineouts close to their line, which was disappointing. But fair play to them. They were really good at the start of the game. What I was delighted with was how the lads worked through it, how Ronan Kelleher and the line-out leaders worked through it and figured it out and got us back on track. And mainly it's just been about having a look at where things have gone wrong. You know, we haven't trained any differently or done anything differently, really. It's been, you know, it's been real good learning for the lads, and luckily for us, you know, those learnings have come in games that we've won. So you know, against a real good line outside this weekend again, who can cause problems for teams, and I'm sure they'll cause us a few problems. It'll be just down to how we react and how we handle them.
Just what are you going to have to do better this weekend against a really fire slots? They know this is it.
I think that's it. We just have to get better. I think that's one of the things the lads are really good at. They're really good at staying focused on the next game and not looking beyond it. I think they kind of acknowledge, you know, whenever we've been on tour down in New Zealand or whenever we were playing in the Six Nations, you know, in terms of having a chance of winning it, they acknowledge it. They might have a quick chat about it, and that allows them then focus on just what's in front of them. So staying focused on this game and absolutely nothing else is a skill set they've gotten really good at. And then we just got to get better. There's a lot of things that we were excellent against South Africa, but there's a lot of things we can improve on in terms of our attack, in terms of our defence, in terms of the ruck, line out, obviously. So there's always bits to get better at, and that's what I think sometimes helps the lads kind of tune out the noise a little bit of what might happen after the game. They enjoy focusing on the bits and pieces that helps them be better, and they can ignore the bigger picture of the game at the weekend.
Sorry, Justin, we have a lot of get through, so apologies. Rory?
Yeah, everyone came through training. Robbie is a bit of a niggle, and we're finding out about that today. I'm sure there'll be some information on that tomorrow. Robbie Henshaw.
You were part of Irish teams that had big wins and maybe weren't able to back them up, and it was kind of a bit of a peaks and troughs period. What's been the key to Ireland consistently backing up results? Was there, can you pinpoint the moment where you got it? Was it under Joe or?
I think being able to not rely massively on emotion is a big part of it. I think it's always a big strength of ours how much the lads love playing for Ireland, how important the kind of history of the team is. You know, you would have seen that during the Six Nations when we had a great week before we played France, when we had a discussion about the anthems. And I think the lads love playing for each other. They love playing for Ireland. They love putting on the jersey and what it means and all that. But we probably don't. That's kind of the icing on the cake now, rather than the whole cake. And I think probably, in fairness, it would have come in under Joe, and that ability to just be focused on what's right in front of you and not what's too far ahead of you. I think they have a big appetite around just getting better and improving, both individually and as a group. And when you get into just getting better, when the focus is all about getting better, you can kind of, you acknowledge the significance of what might happen if you win a game at the weekend, for sure, but you're kind of able to ignore it a little bit then as well.
Thanks. Jerry?
Each two questions, please. Paul, do you practically view this weekend at the beginning of knockout rugby to an extent?
Yeah, we just had that conversation with the doctor today. That's exactly what it is now this weekend, really, for us. We're aware of the permutations, but the focus really is on winning.
Bundee, I'll ask you a question, please. Why are you playing so well?
Eating.
Yeah.
Seriously, why are you playing so well? What the reasons are?
I say it's not up. It's from the whole team, really. It's from the team, not from me. I'm just getting at the back end of obviously what he's doing with the forwards and getting good front football, and then me on top of it. So no, I think it's a collective. I wouldn't say it's just me playing well. I think there's a whole load of us that's playing really well. I'm just probably getting the end of the stick of it. So yeah.
But are you enjoying your rugby now more than ever, maybe?
Yeah, I am. I'm enjoying rugby. I think as a group and as a team, we're enjoying each other's company, and it's really fun at the moment. But we all know that what lies ahead and the competition that's coming. So yeah.
Namely, there's a lot of competition in the centre. Does that drive your own performances of having the likes of Gary and Robbie and Stu?
Yeah, I think there's always been the competition in the midfield, which is very good, especially when everyone's healthy. Everyone's, it brings out the best of everyone. And I think that's the healthy thing about us in the sense is everyone's trying to help out each other. If you're selected or not selected, you're trying to make sure that everyone's got prepared really well for what's coming in front of us. So, when you have healthy centres and good centres around you, you tend to put your best foot forward and make sure that you're on top of it.
Thanks, Kate.
Bundee, I presume you got to know plenty of the Scottish lads on the Lions tour. Just wondering what was Stu and
He's a good lad. He's actually a good lad. I got along with Dewey very well. He obviously, on the pitch, he's a freakish of an athlete. He can make something out of nothing. He's quick, he's strong. The threat that he poses for Scotland is unbelievable. And not just him, you got the likes of Darcy, Finn, and the rest of the backline, Chris Harris-Charis. They're unbelievable athletes. So, no, we got our hands full this weekend, and there's going to be a massive threat for us.